Hi, my name is Delaney Milner, and I'm currently applying for the Engineering Accelerated Rotational Program. So, when I was a kid, I actually did not want to do anything engineering related. I wanted to be a behavioral therapist. This is because I have a special needs brother, and when I was younger, I used to go to a lot of his therapy where he learned how to tie shoes, learned proper manners when it came to social interactions, and I really wanted to help him, and that was important to me at the time. So I asked the behavioral therapist when I was younger what it took for her to go to school. But over time, I realized that math really was my passion at the end, and I can help people in other ways. It doesn't just have to be with my brother. Um, a situation where I had to deal with someone that was difficult was on my cheer team, actually. So here at Central, I am on the cheer team and have been the captain for the past 3 years. And last year when we were competing, there was this one girl that I wasn't very fond of just because of her work ethic, and I found her to be lazy. And it was very frustrating to me because cheer is so important in my life. But she was on the team, on the mats, and there was nothing I could do about that. So instead of treating her nasty, I tried to motivate her in other ways that I thought would be beneficial to her, and walking her through it and seeing how important it was for us to compete and do well. And this was a really important lesson because you have to treat everybody with respect. And even whether it's in cheer, school, or in the workplace, there's more than likely always going to be someone on your team that you're not necessarily fond of. And you have to learn how to work with people because in this world, not everybody is going to be your favorite. Three things in which I would like to see in my employers is, first off, the ability to climb up the ladder. I think I am always someone that wants to learn more and be able to know new things. I want to be able to run a company one day, run lots of projects. And if I don't have the ability to move up the ladder, then I would want to look for somewhere else that's more challenging for me as the years goes on. Something else that I look for in an employer is being able to learn something new every day. I have always loved school ever since I was little, and I have always had a passion for learning new things and wanting to, whether it was history, English, science, or my favorite math, I wanted to know everything I possibly can. So I want to, in my work job, I want to be able to be in an environment where I can learn things new every day and expand my knowledge. Also, finally, I want to have a good understanding with my boss. What is expected of me? For example, when there is a project handed to me, I want to know what is required, what I must complete and turn in. Another thing that's important is being able to communicate with your boss in a proper way, whether they prefer phone calls, emails, making appointments to talk about things in person. I think that it's very crucial to have a good understanding with your boss and a good relationship so that you're able to bounce ideas off each other back and forth. An example in which I had to use logic in the workplace would be, at least for school, is deciding what my major was going to be. You know, I had the option of mechanical, computer, or electrical engineering, and I really had to take a look at my passions and what I wanted to do in the future. And for me, electrical engineering became that choice because math is my favorite subject and I really enjoy it. I notice my more electrical engineering courses had a lot more calculus and theory to work out problems, which is my favorite. I could do derivatives all day long, and I wanted to be able to physically work on circuits as well. I've really enjoyed my classes where I've had to build a project and be able to see it work in action. Finally, my first ever design that I did within school, I did a Rube Goldberg project where you have to create a very complicated machine to complete a simple task. I did this in my first circuit design course, and I had a partner that I worked with, and we decided to create a temperature sensor to decide if you are sick or healthy. So the basis of it was that we had a temperature sensor that you would put your finger on, and it would be able to detect your temperature of your body. If it was too hot, then a lever would pull up and dispense a pill or medicine to you. But if your temperature was okay, a different lever would pull up and give you a piece of candy because you were fine. So if you guys have any questions for me pertaining to my resume and cover letter, I would love to be able to talk with you in person and share any of that. And thank you for giving me this opportunity.